Hey guys, Fat Man here. So if anybody's been following me, um, I've had a bit of a backlash from my backlash video. This whole fucking thing is so fucking funny to me. It's gotten so fucking out of hand, so fucking ridiculous. People have blown this so out of proportion, but I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier from this whole situation. Um, first of all, I want to thank all the internet trolls and everyone that's harassed me on Facebook, because not only did my backlash video, I think it's almost to like 1,000 views, which is just like ridiculous for any of my videos. And my bandbox, my original bandbox review video is up in numbers. I don't know where it's at, but it's pretty high. I'm also up like 40 subscribers over like the last week, and I want to thank all those people that subscribe to me as well. And then I also want to mention the fact that my backlash video was 85% positive and in agreement, and had also noticed the same things. And overall, like I said, overall, very, very positive response from the community. Only about 15% haters. I had some people just getting on there saying, ridiculous things. More just fat stuff. Like, it's just hilarious to me. Um, you know, calling me fat, calling me pork chop, telling me to hit the gym. I had one guy say, "Do you live with your parents? Is that why you have all the toys?" It's like, what the fuck? First of all, I bought my first home at 21. I haven't lived with my mom because my parents are divorced. I haven't lived with my mom since I was like 19, 18, 19, in between there somewhere. Not even really being at home that much during that time period. Um, so, just the most ridiculous hate. You can't even imagine the fucking messages I've gotten from people with it, and this is in no way me being pretentious, but with some of the worst vernacular skills ever. Um, I wrote some notes here because I want to keep track of what I'm saying. The fact is none of you know my life. A lot of people. This was one early on. People always wondered why I wear the sunglasses. Now, if you followed me from the beginning, you know why. I have something wrong with my eyes. I'm going blind. Many of you probably do know this, but I am going blind. Now, I'll take these off and I'll give you a close up. You can see how bad my eyes are. They're all bloodshot. There's something wrong with my eyes. That's why sometimes you see me have a hard time reading small print. It's no joke. Like, I'm legitimately going blind. They don't know why. I've been to every specialist, eye doctor. They don't know what's wrong with me. Um, the medicine that does make it go away, which is prednisone, will also make me go blind eventually, because it will cause glaucoma. So either way, I'm losing my eyesight. How long that takes, I don't know. It's very sad. It's very depressing, but I try not to think about it. And I had a lot of people comment. I had a guy early on go, "Oh, look at you. How cool are you with your sunglasses on?" And then I had to explain to him why, because light hurts my eyes. And so when I first started doing YouTube, I had a lot of lights on me to try and give better lighting. And then I replied to him what was going on. And then thankfully he actually was like very apologetic and was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I guess I should have watched your earlier videos." So if you think that this is just some kind of gimmick, it's not. It really is. I am going blind, and there's nothing I can stop it, and it helps to reduce the glare in here because I have a big overhead light now. But that's beside the point. The point of what I'm trying to make here is no one knows anything about my life. No one knows the fact that I deal with my own problems. Um, you know, I wrote some notes down here. I just want to make sure I hit on all these points here because I'm getting old and I forget things. You know, I have my own personal mental health issues. Because I worked in mental health for so long, you sort of develop your own mental health issues. I have a general anxiety disorder. I've never hidden this. I I had a problem with hard liquor for a while after I got out of mental health, and that was the reason I got into YouTube. Was, you know, I needed a hobby. I needed to get something, my mind off of it, and, you know, get away from that. And I drank really, really heavy, and that's why I put on a lot of weight. There's another reason I put on a lot of weight is I worked in a mill for 14 years. 2 weeks out of high school, I was working in a mill, shoveling sawdust 12 hours a day. Herniated my disc around 28, 29. So working the mill wasn't really an option at that point. So I went back to school. So not only do I have a herniated disc, I have mental health. You know, I do have an anxiety disorder, and so I do tend to worry. And my current job, which I'm not going to get into, is very anxiety raising. Every single day that I go to work at night, I know that could be my last night on earth, because I could be killed at my job every single night. I'm not going to go into what my job is. If you haven't been following me, then too bad. I talked about that before. I want to clarify, I'm not a police officer, but what I do is very, very dangerous every night. And it's very anxiety raising, and I have a lot of stress in my life. I do work for the federal government, I'll say that much. Get out of here, Luke. Sorry, my cat just knocked the tripod over a little bit. So bear in mind, I have my own issues. And if that video came across, and that's what I want to get to, is if this video came across as being hateful towards YouTubers, that is the opposite of what that was. And I want to personally thank Mike Tapp, the Angry Unboxing Nerd, for making another video talking about my video and how he felt about it. And go watch Mike's video. I'm not going to talk about his video, but that also shows that there was other people in agreement. And by and large, like I told you, a lot of people were in agreement. Now, I had a lot of backlash too, because I said the word pussy. I call people pussies that don't make their own videos. And I will still stand by that. I'll call you a pussy, I'll call you a dick. I'm not being sexist, I'll call you any word. Now, people don't like that. By and large, I'm not very PC. Now, the whole point of the last video was because Jeremy May used the word retard. Now, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with anything that is derogatory or homophobic towards the LGBT community. I am a very big supporter. I always have been. I've said that many, many times on my videos. I don't say pussy to be rude or offensive. It's just I come from another generation where it was okay to say pussy. And I still refer to people as pussy, dicks, assholes, cunts, whatever you want to say. That's just me. This is the last place I have freedom to say that kind of stuff. I can't go out in the world and just start saying that shit. Can't go to work and say that shit. Certainly just can't go around saying that. But if I want to say that on here, that's my business. This is why I have a channel. I can vent. I do have a problem with internet trolls. People who don't have the balls to make their own videos and talk shit about whatever they want to talk shit about. Whether it's me, whether it's bandbox, whether it's whatever you want to talk about on the internet, that's your fucking business. I hate blogs. I hate these people who just come in and type in messages and live behind the curtain of the internet. And I will always stand behind that. I think you are a pussy if you do that. That is chicken shit. I don't come from that generation. You know, I think Henry Rollins said it best. Fuck you still means fuck you. And that's the way it should be. You know, I know we live in a very hyper PC world where everything is fucking offensive. And I know things are very heated right now in America over the election. I'm not going to get into that. I know more than anything. If you've been following the news, I live an hour from Portland, Oregon. You want to know, you want to talk about riots? You want to talk about a fucking state that's upset? Goddamn Dave Chappelle mentioned Portland, Oregon on SNL. That's how big of a fucking deal that is. Now, and that brings me into my second part. I think a lot of this is displaced anger. I think the world is very upset right now, and they're taking it out on others, and that's fine. You know, Mike Tapp made a good point too, and I want to thank him for pointing this out. I have a whole nother channel. It's called The Process 101. He did get it right. Where I talk about conspiracy theories, politics, the occult, natural cures, a whole bunch of things. I'm very well read. I'm college educated. I'm not trying to be pretentious or brag myself up. I'm just trying to make out the point of I have other things to say, but unfortunately, trying to get subscribers on that channel is hard because a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They want to have fun and talk about all this stuff, which is fine, but they don't want to hear the real truth. And the fact of the matter is most of these trolls, I could talk circles around you. I'm well read. I read a lot. I'm very educated, and that's not me. That's not me being braggy. That's just the fact that I've put that effort in to do that. And if you watch my other videos, you can see. And even Mike said that he has some pretty smart shit to say. And thank you, Mike, for that. That you've actually went and watched some of those. And I know I have some other YouTubers that also have watched some of my videos. And I don't keep that channel up anymore because I tried to do this video. I was doing things. A lot of people know that I was doing stuff with Manboy Podcast. I was doing videos with them. I've done podcasts with them. If you listen to any of those podcasts, you know we don't give a shit about what you think about us, what you think. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I'm not going to sit here and be politically correct all the time. That's just not me. I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be censored. I'm not going to watch out for everybody's fucking feelings and shit like that. And that basically brings me into my next segment. Now, this whole video got blown out of proportion because people mistook what that video was about. Now, what the whole video was, the point of the video was bandbox. It was never for me to attack other YouTubers. I thought I made that very, very clear. Now, the one person, one group, channel that took that out of context was Unboxing Rocks. Their names are Jay and Mix. I do know that now. Now, on there I said, it's this couple. I said it's his wife, Mixie or Trixie, and the other guy. And he thought, and he wrote on my comment, on my page, saying that I was doing that to be rude to his wife somehow, or to put her down, or to put his channel down, or to be funny somehow. No, it wasn't. I honestly just didn't remember his name, and I thought, I knew she had a weird name, and I kind of remembered it. I wasn't trying to be mean to your wife. Like I even said in the video, I don't think you're bad people at all. I still don't think that. I think you're probably some great people. I think we have a lot in common. I bet if we sat down, we'd have tons more in common than can even imagine. And you'd find that I'm a very pleasant person, and I'm a lot of fun to be around. And I'm not the asshole that you think I am. But he took that out of context. He also took the fact that, in the heat of the moment, I used them as an example. I was going to I even put on there, he wrote this huge fucking Stephen King novel on my page. All this shit. I mean, it's massive. You can go and look at it. And I was on my way to work just as I saw that. And in the heat of the moment, I was pissed because I'd been getting in a bunch of heat, just a bunch of internet trolls. I was in a bad mood. I was on my way to work. I wasn't feeling well. And in the heat of the moment, I wrote, I don't have time to read a novel. I will be making an apology video. I'm really sorry about all this. And even before that message, he messaged me on Facebook's Messenger, kind of basically saying, you didn't know the truth, and you shouldn't have said all this before and talk shit. And he actually said that. He's like, you shouldn't have talked shit before you knew anything, blah, blah, blah. And I even wrote back and said, look, if I offended you any way, or your wife, or your channel, I'm sorry, and, I will make this right. And I was going to make this video right. But then he writes back, well, if you don't have time to read this, then don't even worry about apologizing and blah, blah, blah. And this is my point. I do comment, but I don't like comments, and the fact that, or text messages, or anything in text, because it can be taken out of context. People forget that they have their own idiosyncrasies, they have their own problems, and in the heat of the moment, I said something stupid. My response should have said, I should have probably said something different. That I do need to apologize for. Now, but for him to come back and not at least let me make it right, and say something like that, I don't agree with. But whatever. I'm not worried about it. I don't think unbox, and I want to formally apologize to Jay and Mix. If I've hurt you in any way, I'm sorry. I apologize. That is not my, it was never my intent. I never blamed you for getting one of the premium boxes from bandbox. I've never, I also, I could have mentioned a whole bunch of people. And, you know, that doesn't matter. I used you as an example, and it got taken in the wrong context, and it was never supposed to be that way. Like I said before, and I even said it. I don't think you're bad people. I even said in the channel, what we do is two different things. That's why, and I have watched your channel. The funny thing is, how you found out about the fact that I mentioned you is funny because you've never probably watched my videos, and you're not a subscriber to my channel. So obviously, one of your followers notified you about it somehow. So I just think it's funny that all I have to do to get ratings and subscribers is just talk shit. I mean, if that's what YouTube is about, it's easy to do. There are tons of YouTubers who've gotten huge just talking shit, but that's not what I'm about. If I wanted to do that, I would. Even today, horror. I mentioned her in a comment to one of my other subscribers. That, hold on. Sorry about that interruption. Sorry, I'm going to have to put my sunglasses on. I thought somebody was knocking on my door. We get a lot of packages. Sorry for the video interruption. So, where was I? Sorry about that little interruption, guys. Did sound like somebody was knocking on my door, like they're the goddamn police. So anyway, I'm Ruxin Rocks and Horror. I could have used them. I could have used a bunch of other YouTubers. You think I'm the first person to catch on to any of this shit? You're wrong. But anyway, before I get into that, Horror came on there and said something along. She commented underneath that saying, "Oh, how she was so upset and offended because the machete she received from was not from bandbox. It was from some just random subscriber." But if you read the video, it does not come off that way. And she even admits in there, in the video, it's really nice to know some higher ups in the company. She mentions that. She fucking hung herself in the fucking video. I mean, and I don't give a shit if I get any backlash for this. I give two fucking shits about this. But she contradicted her fucking self by saying, I have higher up connections with bandbox, and because she had gotten, well, what she had gotten was she had gotten something else saying that bandbox had sent her some other item, but doesn't show it on screen. I can't even remember what the item was, but then mentions it's good to have people in higher up and have higher up connections within, and she's referencing bandbox. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like how fucking stupid are you? That I'm not going to pick up on that? It's just so fucking stupid. I don't understand this. She's all butthurt, which I could give a fuck less about. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I could turn this whole fucking thing off, turn all the social media off, and walk away from this, and it changes my life. Or it doesn't change my life in any way. It doesn't impact my life in any way. I could just shut this off and go away, and it's like it never fucking happened. And for people to just get so fucking butthurt about every fucking little thing that's said about them is just ridiculous. The only reason I mentioned Jeremy May is because I had his name. I had seen him before, and we went around he called me a word on there that had he just called me fat, or talk shit about bandbox, or defended bandbox and called me a pussy, or called me some homophobic thing, or well, no, I would have addressed that. He called me anything basically but a few things, and I would have just erased it or whatever, and I wouldn't have given a shit. But just to go around because every little fucking person talks shit about you on the fucking internet. This is what's wrong with fucking the younger generation. I hate to say it, the millennials. Like, what the fuck? Quit getting your fucking butt hurt about fucking every little goddamn thing. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm a fat fucking ginger from fucking Sweet Home, Oregon. Like, I statistically should be dead or in prison. Like, if you don't think I've been called everything, harassed, bullied, fucking beat up, what? Jesus Christ. But I'm resilient. I just let it roll off. I don't give a fuck, you know? But everybody's got their fucking panties in a fucking knot about this fucking video I made. But, like I said at the beginning, this is good. This has been great. But now I want to address the last thing. So, after all this mess, let me get this pulled up. Bandbox writes a whole fucking article on me. And I want to thank Anthony Rapino for pointing this link out to me so that I had it. I didn't even know it existed. So yeah, the bandbox community page, their owner writes a whole fucking thing. It's right here. Let's see if I can get that in there. Fat man in the beard. He writes a whole fucking novel on me. Whole fucking novel. I mean, fucking tons of shit. Now, I want to point out two things in this. I mean, it's mostly him defending the company, and I'm a good family man, I'm a hard worker, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. That's great. It's great if you are. He even goes on. The funny thing is, he goes on here to mention the fact, first of all, he calls my... First of all, I've made such a rumble on the internet that me, little old me, who has just under 500 followers, he fucking singles me out on his page to write a fucking huge article about me. Not only does he mention what town I'm from, so giving out personal details about me, then he goes on there to try and get some sort of sympathy, saying that he has family and siblings that live in Sweet Home and that he's from McMinnville, Oregon, and that he would love to sit down and have a conversation about the weird Oregonian life, because it is kind of strange to live in Oregon. And I did, the only thing I replied with was I basically said, anytime you want to Skype, call me on the phone, let's do whatever, text, whatever, I'll talk to you anytime I want. If you want to talk, man, let's talk. In fact, I'll leave my email below. My personal email, you can contact me. I'll send you my personal phone number. We can chat on the phone, FaceTime, whatever the fuck you want, man. And we can talk about all this shit. The other funny thing is he does basically just admit in this article, he is giving preference to YouTubers. He doesn't say that he sends them out, but he says he's cutting deals and sending premium items, basically. I mean, he basically admits it. He admits in this article that he is giving preference to bigger YouTubers. He calls this marketing. Now, that's fine to market. I have no problem with capitalism to a certain degree. That's the way of the world. You know what? You know, I've done capitalism. I've done marketing in different areas, things that weren't necessarily legal. Made lots of money. You know, but that doesn't make it right. And a lot of people, well, you know, and I've heard this all over the fucking internet. Well, it's a fucking business. It's a fucking business. Yeah, lots of things are fucking business, but it doesn't make it ethical. It doesn't make it fucking right. And it doesn't mean that I don't have the right to fucking bitch about it. It's like anything else in the fucking world. You know, goddamn fucking, your president doesn't win and you fucking lose your shit and fucking, you know, in Portland, Oregon, they did over $1 million worth of damage to their own fucking town. If that isn't a fucking massive YouTube fucking bitch fest, I don't know what is. blocking traffic, bashing people's windows in. But I fucking talk bad about a company that I know is scamming people, and I'm the fucking asshole. Come on. I mean, really? This is just stupid. I mean, I think it's great. I had a whole fucking article written about me because I fucking talked shit about their company. And this guy fucking comes out here, calls me out by name, says what city I lived, and then said I still lived in Sweet Home, which I don't. I haven't lived in Sweet Home in a very, very, very long time. None of my mom doesn't, my brother doesn't. I have some family members who are still there, but I certainly won't live in Sweet Home again. And like I said, I just think it's funny that he calls himself. I mean, he just admits it that this is part of his marketing scam, is giving preference to bigger YouTubers. This is his marketing scheme. But like I said, that I personally think that's unethical. Why are you doing that when this is what is wrong with America? The displacement of preference and wealth. You see this every day. You see it in politics. It's you rub my back, I'll rub your back. It's the corruption that we perpetuate. It's the animosity that we perpetuate, that we want to play off as this is part of business and capitalism and this is marketing. No, it's not. It's preference, and preference gives way to animosity, and animosity gives way to anger and trash talking, and that's just part of business. And I did the same thing with Loot Crate. If you guys don't know, if you haven't been following me along, the last Loot Crate I got, I talked mad shit about it. A week later, I went to Emerald City Comic Con. They had a booth there. The people there treated me like shit, like total shit. It's 3 millennial spoiled fucking trust fund brats sitting at the fucking booth who could give a shit less, just play on their phone, basically wouldn't even talk to me. So I fucking got on here and I made a video and I lit them up. The fucking higher ups at fucking Loot Crate came on there, fucking commented me, emailed me. I got all the records to prove all that shit. Fucking went back and forth. And they one of the guys emailed me, he says, "What can we do about this to rectify this situation and get you to take that video down?" I said, "Well, how about you give me a free year's membership, give me a full year of Loot Crate for free, and I will guarantee you, I'll put it in writing that I will review every single box every month." And he goes, and then he replied back, "Great, we can probably make that happen." I said, "But one other thing. Whether it's good or bad, I'm saying whatever I want about the box." He replies back, "Well, if you can't say anything nice about the box, we can't work this deal out. So anything negative about the box and we won't be able to continue this." Okay, well, I can't fucking do that. Because I can't guarantee you I'm not going to say shit about it. Whatever. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. So, yeah, I've started up some shit on the internet, but I don't give a fuck. Like I told you before, you want to start a war, I'll start a fucking war. I don't give a fuck. I don't back down from fucking anything. But I also have ethics. And I don't take these little fucking deals, these little backdoor fucking deals with people unless they're being ethical as well. Now, like I said, and I've said this over and over, I don't care if you subscribe to bandbox. I'm not going to talk shit about you on the internet. Mike Tapp he's continuing to get bandbox. Lots of, Johnny Tejas, I've seen a lot of people continue to get bandbox. Never gone on there and said anything negative, called them this or that. That's your prerogative. I'm only talking about the company itself. In no way am I directing this at any specific YouTuber. Now, as far as internet trolls, when you get on here, you fucking call me this or that, or you want to get on here and say I talk a bunch of shit, and I call you a pussy because you can't. When I go to your fucking page and you haven't made any fucking videos, you're damn right I'm going to call you a fucking pussy. Because in my opinion, in this day and age, everyone can fucking make a video. If you got a goddamn fucking smartphone, you can make your own fucking videos. So don't give me any of this shit that, oh, I only work, do text on the internet. Well, if you do, you're a fucking pussy. Because I come from that generation, like I said before, that, Um, I say what I mean. Like I said before, fuck you means fuck you. It doesn't mean have a nice day. So um, just be leery that not everything I've said on here, I've said to be. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying. Don't be leery of me in the fact that what I'm saying is untrue, but be leery of everything you see on the internet. Not everyone tells the truth. Not everyone is on the up and up. That's just the way the world works. I try and be as ethical as I possibly can, as honest as I possibly can, and I'm not going to back down to anyone on here if I think I'm right. People can think whatever they want about bandbox. The fact of the matter is, oh, that was the other thing that he put on there. He said that why was I even a subscriber to bandbox if I knew this inside information? First of all, had you been following me, bandbox, you would have known. When I only ordered the bandbox when I found out that Butcho Vision had a pin in it. I had been watching your videos for a very long time, your unboxing videos. I subscribed then when people found the people who gave me the information found out I had subscribed. I had 2 people reach out to me from the Comic-Con arena, and a third person, which will be unnamed, reach out to me after the fact that bandbox pins and the boxes and everything had gone out, and that we had known about what the items were. All this information came to me after I had put in the order. Never subscribed to bandbox before. You've never seen me do an unboxing, and that is my only unboxing. And then I unsubscribed. I'm not getting any more bandboxes. So he didn't have all of his information when he even wrote the article about me, which is what most people on here didn't have, was all the information, because they just came in and took snippets of what they wanted, which is what is wrong with America. People take little snippets off of the internet or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and they fucking twist it, and then it becomes this huge thing. But since I'm just rambling now, I'm gonna cut this down and stop and just wrap this up by saying that if I've offended anybody, I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and over apologize about all this shit. I'm not going to make another apology video. You don't like it, too fucking bad. You don't want to be subscribed, too fucking bad. You don't watch this, don't watch it. That's the fact of the matter. Now, I am gonna continue to make videos. If people want to watch them, fine. If they don't, don't. I have a good following. I have a good core of people that I deal with on YouTube. I don't need to have unboxing rocks. No offense. I don't need you guys to follow me. I don't watch your videos. Like I said, I don't like your style. It's nothing personal. I just don't like it. There's another one out there, Nerd Therapy. I tried to follow those guys in the early days. They're just not my thing, And it's the same thing. I don't know their names. All I know is it's the guy with the man bun and his adorable wife that he cuts off all the time, Never lets her talk. She's adorable, and I'd rather listen to her than him. But and I'll probably get flack for that. But I don't think they're bad people either. But I don't follow them because I don't like how they do their video. I don't like their style. I don't like what I think they're doing, And so that's just a matter either. I don't care if I get any backlash from that. Whatever, bring it on. But yeah, that's it, guys. Just remember that if you don't have all the information, don't talk shit. Just leave it at that. So I'm going to do a bandbox video as well. I got 2 packages in, so we'll probably do that here as well today too. But that's it, guys. Hopefully this clears up a bunch of stuff. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. So we'll see you later.